Hey, so this is the second video on this practice task. The second page is just a table of data, which we're going to use for this third page over here to answer a question. Now, back on the second page, it has a graph of what actually happened to mcdizzle and Cindy's stock over a certain period of time. So you see that mcdizzle's is going down over time and Cindy's is going up over time. Now, some things to notice is that the blue is mcdizzle's and the red is Cindy's. And it looks like mcdizzle's pretty consistent over time. Like it goes down by the same amount. And Cindy's is a little bit more wild. But the question here says, based on the following table, which restaurant better followed your advisor's plan? Values listed begin after the first day. So we have mcdizzle's values here, and then we got Cindy's values here. And they reflect the data that's on the graph. So if you're actually doing this, I would have these two pages kind of right next to each other like I have here. And it says, we're seeing which better followed the plan. So it says use specific data from your table of data, the scatter plot, and your advisor's plan to support your answer. Okay, so you could actually, what's interesting about this question is that you could actually make a case for either one restaurant following the plan better. Because if you look at the scatter plot, it looks like mcdizzle is following the plan better because it goes down more consistently. Let me make a little line. So see how all the data values are nice and consistent? Whereas look at Cindy's, it's more like kind of all over the place. So that could be one answer, is that you say Cindy's appears to be more there's a word called sporadic, which means like it's up more all over the place. Sporadic with its data. Let's check something else though. If we look at our equations using that we used previously, and let's see, we're most concerned about this final day, day 10. So let's see who better followed the plan, the advisor's equation, according to what actually happened. So if we solve this, we have y equals -1 times 10 plus 89. Same thing over here, we have y equals 1.5 times 10 plus 42.5. And if we solve that, what would that be? So mcdizzle's would be 79 and Cindy's would be 57.5. Now, if you look at the data on the data table, it says 79 for mcdizzle's and Cindy's is 57.5. So actually, in our case, from the equation, mcdizzle more closely followed the stock advisor plan. Because 79 is the same as the number actually predicted. because mcdizzle value on day 10 was 79, comma, which, oh man, it's hard to write with 2 pages, which is what the stock advisor predicted. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense that I used both the scatter plot, I looked at what was going on there, and I also used my equations to compare with the actual values of the table to see who was more closely followed the plan. Okay, so when you get the real test, these are the steps that you're going to have to take and what you're going to have to explain in this paragraph here. So if you have any questions, make sure to ask me, and then go ahead and print out the real test and work on that.